So now we're gonna apply the pearl coat. The pearl coat, we're gonna do 2.5 coats. First coat's gonna come past our base right around here. What's going on, Paint Society? Welcome back to another episode. Today, we're gonna be working on this MDX Pearl White. We got a little scratches here. I already went ahead and primed them. Primed as well as the fender down here. So we're gonna blend that. Now, you might be asking yourself, why isn't there gray primer what we're all traditionally used to? Well, in our system, color build is an awesome feature. You can actually tint the color of your primer or your sealer. What we went with here is a tintable ivory white sealer primer. So, I'm gonna go ahead and get this sanded down. I'm gonna show you how to sand it down. I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna use. And this one, I'm gonna kind of hit the time lapse a little bit. So sit back, enjoy yourself, and let's see if we can pull this off. Okay, so we're gonna start here on the fender. I've already degreased it, it's ready to go. I'm using an 800 grit, okay? Some of you asking, what do I use, all right? I'm blending this, so I don't need to rough it up. It's only gonna get a layer of paint on top. But 800's enough to scuff it up so the paint will stick. So I gotta watch out for my edges. I don't wanna burn through. And a burn through means when you go through all of the clear coat and reach the base. We don't want that. All we wanna do is just scuff that surface. So let's do that right now. Now that I got all the main areas scuffed, I'm gonna use a gray pad, which is equivalent to an 800 grit sand scratch. And I'm gonna use that on all of the body lines where usually the paint's gonna be thinner on any body line or any contour. So I'm gonna get all the hard to reach edges with this. Then I'm gonna wash it with Scuff stuff just to make sure it's extra clean. And I'll let it dry outside and get started on the bumper. Okay, so I've got this all uniformly prepped. This is our primer. I could just go over it with 800 because it was so thin, and all I did is smooth it out. See how it's nice and uniform and dry? This is with clear coat, this is without clear coat. So what we're gonna do now is gonna pull this in a booth, let it dry a little bit more, get started on that bumper. Okay, so we got the actual fender with the rest of the car obviously in the booth. Here, this is where the primed area is. I know it's a little bit hard for you to see, but we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna sand this down with a 320 to 400 grit, all right? That's what we wanna sand primer with. And then we're gonna sand the whole entire thing with about a 600 to 800. I'm going to be just scuffing the clear. This is a new bumper. There's no chips on it really, so I don't need to do any body work or repair. Typically on a front bumper, there's a lot more. So 320, 400, 600, 800, scuff it up, get in the booth. I'll see you in the booth. We got the MDX, it's ready to go. It's all nice and dry. We got the bumper over there. I did find a couple chips. I put a little bit of putty in there. I want this bumper to be beautiful, just like any other customer that comes into this dealership and any other car that walks out of this booth after I painted it or drives out of this booth. So, gonna mix that paint up now. Gonna show you the paint, and then I'm gonna get this thing painted and let's see how it comes out. It's a hot night in sunny South Florida. The humidity is crazy. So when I mix this paint, I use a little bit of a slower reduce in there just to help that paint just lay out a little bit smoother. Let me talk about pearls real quick before we go in the booth. Now when I first started painting pearls, I thought it was going to be the end of the world. I thought I wouldn't know what to do. It turned out being easier than spraying a metallic, believe it or not. When you enter the booth, you got your base coat. and you got your pearl coat. This is translucent, this is a solid. 99% of the time, if it doesn't match, and you're trying to match your color in the pearl by adding multiple layers, that means your ground coat was never good enough to begin with. So, get a good ground coat, which means the base coat. This has no pearl, and this is just the effect coat. You should never try to get your color, for the most part, out of your pearl. It's just the effect. So we're gonna do about 2.5 coats of this, make sure it's covered, and you know, as you put more of this on, it's gonna get darker and darker. So I'm gonna take you in the booth, I'm gonna blend it, show you what I do in between coats, and let's see if we can get this one done tonight, because I wanna go home. Okay, so we're here in the booth, and as you can see, we have our primer. This is our base coat. Base coat's just solid. We're spraying out a DV1 new technology gun, sprays very low PSI. This gun was developed to spray around 13 to 14 PSI with a very high transfer efficiency rate, meaning that the paint gets to the panel without a whole bunch of air. So we can do that at 13, 14 PSI and really cut down the overspray. I'm gonna take my first coat of base about here. I get a little bit of a burn through, second coat, and then pearl in here. Then I'm gonna recoat the whole entire bumper because I got some chips on it that I found later on. Okay, so we got that base all down. You can kind of see that it kind of looks almost the same, but not just yet. What I'm going to do is apply the pearl coat. Now, with my pearl, it dries really quick, so I'm going to do this all in one sitting, meaning I'm going to spray one coat of pearl to here, base the bumper, come back, do my second coat, and then after my second coat, I'm going to do a orientation coat right after that, and bring it out to about here, and then go back to the bumper and do the same thing. Okay, so we're at the last step of the process. We're about to go in the booth. I'm gonna put you guys on the top of my head. I really want you to pay attention to the overlap. That's why I'm gonna put you on top so you can kind of look down and see that. We're going for about a 75% overlap. First coat, we just wanna connect the dots, meaning get clear on it. Let's not try to overload it. Second coat, that's when we wanna make sure that everything is nice and complete, nice and shiny. We got no dry spots. So, see the first coat, pop it on there. Second coat, using a WS400. Very good gun. You can really do it with any gun. Pay attention. I'm gonna actually try a Harbor Freight gun coming up soon in some videos, so you're not gonna wanna miss that. So let's get in the booth and let's get it cleared. Gotta love these guys. Well, that's gonna wrap up another video. You saw me put the clear coat down. Believe it or not, that was the first time ever spraying that specific clear coat. So I was a little bit hesitant on that first coat. I really wanted to see how it reacted. But on the second coat, I was able to just slow it down and lay it down really nice. Came out awesome. Guys, if you have a suggestion for a video, let me know in the comments. I read each and every one of the comments because I want to make sure that this channel pertains to my subscribers. That way you can see exactly what you want and see what I can have to offer to you so you can learn it and try it yourself. So, hope everyone enjoys this video. Go ahead and check it out, and we'll see y'all on the next one.